Hello and thank you for watching my very first video. I'm just learning things here, so we'll see how things turn out. If you're watching this, then I'm sure it was good enough to release it. The topic of this video is this sound card, Blaster AWE32 CT3990. It's the very last of the AWE32 cards, the high-end ones at least. But is it the greatest? I don't think so. I think the greatest is this one, CT3990. This is the last non-plug and play AWE32. Then there were two plug and play cards. This one, but before this there was CT3990. It was basically this card with the Panasonic CD interface removed and plug and play functionality added in separate chip. So basically it probably cost more than this one. So it's no wonder Creative wanted something cheaper, and it's this one, cost cut version of CT3980. So what does this card have removed? It doesn't have real Yamaha OPL3 synthesis, not in integrated and not in separate chip. It has a Creative de-CQM instead, and it's the one that has metallic sound, and almost nobody likes it, although it's not the worst OPL replacement out there. Maybe I'll test them on some other video later time. But the reason this card is here is because we are going to remove the CQM and add real Yamaha OPL3 chip here, actually there, but also a lot of these components need to be populated. Some of the Creative models had place for OPL3. Perhaps they thought maybe they couldn't produce enough CQM chip, or who knows. But it's glad an option is there, so we can do this mod. And also, let's remove this. Since this card will be used with MIDI port, we're also going to replace the sound processor. There is now community fixed versions. The retro community has fixed many of the Creative bugs that mostly make using the MIDI interface problematic. Basically hanging notes and things like that. And also, since we're going to do some work with this card, we're also going to replace all the capacitors. There doesn't appear to be any leaking or anything like that, but this is a good opportunity to do that as well. But where to get that OPL chip? They used to be available at AliExpress, but not really anymore. Well, there is some seller, but the price is too high. It's really not worth buying them anymore. So basically, you can only get this from another card. This is not my card. I'm going to ship this back to the owner once I've done the work. And he also sent me a donor card. This one, CT3990 Sound Blaster 16, and a very good one actually. I think this is perhaps the best Sound Blaster 16 card. Well, at least if you have the real Yamaha. If you don't, and most of these have de-CQM instead, then there is really no reason to use this over all 64 line of cards. The real Yamaha makes that much difference. This also has the Vibra Pro chip, so it doesn't have the DMI clicking bug, and this is the only Vibra chip that doesn't have the Vibra bugs either. So only bugs this card have are the MIDI related hanging notes. So let's get started. The trickiest one is of course the OPL chip itself, but removing is not the problem. It's soldering it to the other card. And also we're going to need some SMD capacitors as well, and resistors, and that Yamaha chip, the DAC, and this oscillator. To make the things easier, there are maps at Vogons to show what exactly needs to be added to the other card. Well, it's basically all of these that are missing. I think it's best if I simply remove the two of the hardest, both of the Yamaha chips, then move it, transplant it to this other card, and then remove all the other necessary components. That'll be the easiest one. I'm going to add some vintage flux. This is basically flux that is over 20 years old by now. I got it when with the soldering iron I bought long time ago. I didn't even know what flux is, because at school we never used it. Nobody told about it, and But it really is necessary on chips like this. Well, not perhaps when removing, but when soldering to the other guard. It's a bit tricky, and the microscope is on the way. I don't really need it for removing this chip, but it sure is useful when soldering it to the other card. I'm going to use much more fresher flux when soldering this, but this old stuff is sorry but this old stuff is it's good for desoldering. Actually it works for soldering as well, but the newer stuff is simply better. Oh, I made a mess. Well, good thing I can see where those capacitors are supposed to be, because we might need them on the other card. For some reason this fresh flux isn't optimal either. This is flux gel. Oh. But maybe something that flows better would be much more suitable for this job. Please do recommend if you know what's good. Yes, it was just like this.
I'm thirsty.
I don't think you should drink that. It looks bad for you.
Nonsense. It makes me feel great, smarter, more aggressive.
I feel like I could. Like I could. Like I could. Take on the world. I'm thirsty. I don't think you should drink that. It looks bad for you. Nonsense. It makes me feel great. Smarter. More aggressive. I feel like I could. Like I could. Like I could. Take on the world.
Too much solder. No, I need to remove the I guess this isn't as easy as it is on YouTube videos. I hope this won't be too boring. And this isn't my first time doing this. I think I did this to 3 CT3690s. Well, that looks a bit bad. I need more magnification. Oh, this was already good. We'll inspect it later, soon. Looks good and feels good as well. There. That should do it. Let's see. Oh, looks very good. That side. Yes, that's that well. It's only that one corner. Yeah, I think I need a bit more flux to clean that one. Yeah. Ah, no, that it's because that those two pads are supposed to connect together, of course. Yes, they are connected together. Time for the other Yamaha chip. Before I bought this flux scale, I bought flux that was completely liquid, but that was quite bad actually. It felt very sticky when touching it with soldering iron, and then it evaporated way too early, but it was better than nothing, at least. Oh, perhaps it's easier to use. It so hides the visibility, this flux. Okay, I think it's good. Was soldered in one corner at least. Yes. The other side. Now I pushed it. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's good enough. Not perfect, but Ah, that's better. Maybe I'll just try that other side just a little bit more. Ah, that's good. There it is. I can't believe it. What was I looking for? That's definitely wrong. This is not my day, apparently. That dot should go here. Very good, very good. But I think it's best to clean it and see how it looks. I have so much flux here at the moment. Actually, that's a factory fix, that green wire over there. The big on Vogons didn't have this wire, but I do have this very same card, and my card has this as well. So they've soldered an extra capacitor to that leg. I wonder what the fix is for. Yeah, I think it looks good. We can now proceed. Maybe we should desolder the CQM first. This one, and we also need to remove these capacitors and this. There are more of these that are related to CQM, but but they don't need to be removed. And now for some cleaning. What's that? More dirt, hope. Looks messy, but we'll clean it later. Time to take all the other components. These two 100 nanofarad capacitors. We're definitely going to need them. Actually, these one are as well. Are there any more 100? No, 5 of them. So let's get them first. We'll come back to this board soon, but first let's see. Yes, we need all 5 of them. Naturally, it's no surprise because basically installing the same chip and all the capacitors and resistors it requires. Here goes one. Well, actually, let's just install them right away. I'm sure we want all the 5 places. Just a little bit of solder. That's actually quite good. Now I'm going to dip this to the vintage flux. Yes, that's fine. Next one would be this one here. That's good. And the last 3 are these 3 here. Now, that's good. Back to the other guard. We take this one and this one. They are 22. No, sorry. This one and that one. 22 picofarads. And they go here and here. Next, 3.9 kilo ohm resistor. I think we should take that one next. That one next. It's supposed to be this one here. Oh, that's better, yes. We certainly have the right resistor. And it goes, well, perhaps you can already guess it, based on where it was located on the other board. It's connected to the crystal. Just like on the other board. That's about it. What should we take next? 10 kilo ohms resistor. Is there 10 kilo ohm resistor on the other board? No, I can't see. I can't find any 10 kilo ohm. I wonder why. But no problem. I should have them. Let's put that one away. The 10 kilo ohm goes right next to this. Oh, sorry. Next to this smaller Yamaha chip. Oh. That's about it. Now we need two of those 47 kilo ohm resistors. It's this one and that one. Oh, that was easy. We only have oscillator left. So, where to put these? R88. That's 87 there. 96. 88 there. There's our place for it. That's about it. But the other are 91. It's somewhere here. Here it is. That's good. Crystal is the last. Or is it resonator? What is it exactly? But we still need some electrolytic capacitors as well. Yes, those are the. Let's see if we can remove it. How easily? Vintage flux again. No, maybe I should add some solder first. To make things a bit easier. That's about it. Oh, we need to clear those holes here as well. Sorry, you can't see. No, it's better. Seems like nothing goes according to plan with this project. I hope it works at least. I think we need to suck that solder out of there. We should like to the back as well. Yeah, oh, it went right through. We need to wait a bit so the desoldering station heats up. Actually, we might as well suck those electrolytic capacitor holes empty as well. Finally. But not the other. Not the other one. hopeless. Maybe we should just try to push capacitor through and heat its leg. Let's see. It's 1 microfarad. That is clearly positive side. Was this supposed to be plus? Maybe this is supposed to be, who knows? Yes, I think so, because it's the hardest pin, so it must be ground. Sorry, you can't see very well, but I'm trying to heat the leg of capacitor to push it through, but it doesn't seem to work. Gently, I can't use too much force. I don't want to break things. It's very stubborn. What about if I hit the other side? It's not going to work. I don't have even a hole where to push this anymore. Oh, hopeless. Hopeless. Finally, it helped. I raised the heat to 260, it was 200 before. And it's 400 on the soldering station. Oh, let's install that cap right away. And the PCB is still warm. It should be easier. It won't even melt. This board sucks so much heat. That's good. Very good. Very good. Let's add the other 1 microfarad capacitor. I'll dip this solder to the vintage flux, so I don't need to add any flux to the PCB. My soldering iron is 350 degrees and it doesn't melt. It's going to be like this when recapping this board. No, I need to raise heat. $380. Let's see. Or I could just blow some heat. Extra heat to warm the PCB. Yes, that looks better. Looks much better. Capacitor is okay. I can solder the other leg. That was easy. And then finally the 10 microfarad capacitor. This should be much easier. that's about it. Oh, almost forgot. We certainly need this one. There won't be any sound. Oh, it has some very short legs. Let's see. Looks good. Now it's ready to be tested, and I want, because all the trouble, I think this should be tested before I move on. Unfortunately, I don't have my testing bench ready. I think that's something we should do on next video. So I have to go back to house and test this off camera. But I'll let you know how it goes. And I'm going to clean and inspect this board before testing it.